What's going on, everybody? My name is LuckyBunz, and in today's video we're going to be breaking down the Bulbasaur Community Day Classic event in Pokemon Go. Super unexpected that we got this, but I'm honestly very excited about it. Alright, so as always, before we go ahead and get started, if you guys do end up enjoying this video, please make sure to smash that like button down below. Helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, I am super excited about this event because this is not taking away from the normal comm days. We're now getting a second comm day a month potentially at times. Like, that's awesome. This is like a great way to actually give players who are maybe returning to the game or just new to the game a chance to actually get some pretty meta-relevant Pokemon, whereas the veteran players who definitely have them already don't have to miss out on another comm day as well. This is definitely a really awesome play by Niantic, and I'm very happy to see it because Pokemon Go has not been in the best place as of recently, and this is definitely a step in the right direction. So first of all, let's cover the event details right now. This event is going to take place on January 22nd, which is going to be a Saturday, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. your local time. So of course, the first thing that I want to point out here is that instead of a 6-hour comm day like we normally have been getting with the COVID bonuses, this is only going to be 3 hours. So I actually kind of like this a little bit better, and this is just after playing like so many 6-hour comm day events. I just feel like it just demotivates people to grind, right? Whereas a 3-hour event kind of puts you in that place where it's like, okay, I actually have to grind this out. I don't have that much time during the day to waste. So whether or not you disagree with me, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, let me know in the comments section down below. I'm actually really curious to hear everyone's thoughts in regards to this 3-hour event opposed to the 6-hour event. Definitely try to include some pros and cons if you can. Anyways, moving on over to our next bonus, we're going to have 3 times catch experience, which is going to be fantastic because Bulbasaur is not that bad of a target in terms of hitting excellent throws on. I'm going to leave a link to a video in the top right corner if you guys need help with excellent throws or just even making consistent great throws. I'll leave both of those videos actually in the description below. Anyways though, my point being is that this is going to be a great time to get a ton of experience if you guys are pushing for level 40 or potentially even level 50. Level 50 is 176 million experience. You're probably going to want to take advantage of this. And basically when it comes down to it, it's going to be one of the best times to use Lucky Eggs in-game without a doubt, especially if you can land those excellent throws pretty consistently. And then during a triple experience event on catching Pokemon, that is 6,000 experience per excellent throw, not including the other catch bonuses that you're also going to get. So yeah, phenomenal. Definitely do recommend it. Practice those excellent throws and you're going to have a fantastic time during this day. And then like usual, we're also going to have the 3-hour lures as well as incense. Love to see that. I'm really happy that they're going to continue doing the 3-hour lure modules because they did stop that for a little bit, but it's been coming back and I'm just always happy to see it. And then taking a look at the special comm day bundle, it does look pretty good, you know, and that's rare for me to say because a lot of times I do tend to roast these bundles for not being good enough, but this one actually looks pretty adequate. So first of all, the Elite Charge TM, definitely a fantastic buy if you guys need more of those. And then in terms of the other items that you're going to get 50 Ultra Balls, 5 Lucky Eggs, and 5 Star Pieces. So all of those items are relevant to pretty much anyone's playstyle. This is a fantastic box to actually go ahead and buy if you have been saving up your coins. And then of course, like usual, we're also going to get the free Ultra Ball box, which is going to come with 30 Ultra Balls. Now with the details and bonuses out of the way, let's talk about this Pokemon in the Raid/Gym meta as well as the PvP meta. And spoiler alert, it's actually good in pretty much everything. So first of all, let's take a look at the Great League right now. We're also going to include the Shadow as well. So Venusaur non-Shadow is going to rank in the number 51 spot for the Great League meta, and the Shadow version is going to be ranked 76. So top 100 right here for Venusaur, and I can just attest to this, using Venusaur in the Great League has just been amazing. It is such a solid Pokemon, even going back all the way to the beginning of Season 1, and now we're at Season 10 of Go Battle League. And so without a doubt, during this 3-hour event, spend some time to actually go through your IVs and make sure that you guys actually have some good spreads for the Great League as well as the Ultra League. Let's talk about the Ultra League right now, because my god, the rankings are even better. So we're going to look at the Open Ultra League right now. This does not include the Ultra League Premier Classic, which I would have to say the rankings are probably even better depending on how the meta is going to go. But in the Open Ultra League, even with extra large Pokemon and legendary Pokemon, Venusaur in its Shadow form ranks at number 17 in that meta, and non-Shadow ranks at number 27. So Venusaur makes it into the top 30 Pokemon in the Open Ultra League. And of course the meta will change in the future, that is inevitable, but you know, guys, at the end of the day, make sure that you get some good IV spreads on your Bulbasaur for PvP in the Great League as well as the Ultra League, because this thing is so freaking good. Next up, let's go and talk about Venusaur in the Raid/Gym meta. Overall, as a raid attacker, it's not actually that bad. Like, it doesn't rank too far off from Roserade, which is the top non-Shadow grass-type attacker in the game. With that being said, though, I am not including Zarude because you can only get one Zarude in game, and you can get like as many Venusaur as you want. Zarude is definitely going to be much better, but again, you can only get one. Shadow Venusaur, oh my god, guys. Like, again, if you have a Shadow Venusaur, sorry, you have a Shadow Bulbasaur or a Shadow Ivysaur that you can evolve, like it already has TM Frustration removed, to get that Frenzy Plant, dude, do it. Like, even if it has like the worst IVs possible. So I ran all the stats for this, right? And a level 30 Shadow Venusaur is going to be better than a level 40 Roserade. Yeah, you heard me right. A level 30 Shadow Venusaur is going to be better than a level 40 Roserade. Let that sink in. So again, if you guys have any Bulbasaur or Ivysaur with Frustration removed, or sorry, TM'd away, this is going to be the time to evolve it, get that Frenzy Plant, and you're going to have a beast of a Grass-type attacker. Now with that being said, I don't expect many of you to actually have the Shadow Bulbasaur or Ivysaur with Frustration TM'd away in your storage. It's really unlikely actually that you do. But overall, Venusaur isn't that bad of an attacker. Honestly, like I said earlier, it's not that far off from Roserade in terms of its meta relevance as a Grass-type attacker. So if you guys are newer to the game and you just need some good Grass-type attackers, try to find some really good IV spreads if you can in the wild that are weather boosted. You know, anything above like level 25 would be amazing. You also have the Mega Evolution. So let's spend some time and talk about this, because this is the best Grass-type attacker in the game currently. So my recommendation in regards to the Mega Evolution is that I would try to get a Lucky Venusaur with Frenzy Plant. That way, when you power it up to level 40, which I strongly recommend, and eventually to level 50, it's not going to cost you that much Stardust, because the Stardust cost is going to get so expensive as you continue to climb higher. This is going to be a really, really strong investment, at least until Mega Sceptile comes out, but we don't know when that's going to happen. Could be next year for all we know. So regardless if you're a newer player or a veteran player, I just feel like there's so much potential with this specific Calm Day here, and that's why I'm so excited. Like, I personally don't have a really good Venusaur with Frenzy Plant, so I'm going to try and get one. Hopefully a lucky version would be ideal, and then power that thing up to level 50 over time. And ideally, I would want to get a shiny too. Man, that would be awesome, but we'll see what happens, right? Anyways, though, you really can't go wrong with anything during this event. Whatever you guys need, whether that be Great League, Ultra League, Raid/Gym Meta, Mega Form, you definitely have a lot to go for here. So that's basically everything in regards to Venusaur as well as Mega Venusaur, but I do have some additional tips and tricks I want to go over with you guys right now just to help you kind of have a better Calm Day, right? Because you're only going to have 3 hours, so you kind of have to make the best of your time. So first things first, we do have the Season of Heritage bonus currently ongoing, which means that if you are above level 40, you're going to get guaranteed extra large candy from trading Pokemon. So if you can, try and get a trade partner or get an alt, and then you can just mirror trade those Bulbasaur, try and get some really solid IV spreads, even some lucky versions as well, because that would be fantastic. And again, you have 2 hours to evolve after the event actually ends, so definitely enough time to go through those trades. You can do 100 trades per day, that is the limit. On top of that, you can also evolve extras with Frenzy Plant for trades in the future. You don't have to do it that day. I'm just saying, like, it's probably a little bit easier that day because people are already out playing Pokemon Go for Calm Day. But again, you know, same thing, really, just evolve a few extra shinies, evolve a few extra non-shinies, save those for lucky trades, and you should be pretty much good to go there. I would also recommend evolving a few below 1500 CP for PvP players. The reroll IVs might not be that great. Like, ideally you don't want to do lucky trades for that, but in terms of PvP use, it's definitely really strong, and I think over time the value is just going to increase. The next tip I have for you guys is going to be to create a search tag for all the Bulbasaur that you want to evolve during Calm Day. Once again, you have a 3-hour window with a 2-hour bonus evolve window. You know, don't forget to evolve any Bulbasaur, especially ones with good PvP IVs. Believe it or not, it happens so often if you guys don't actually mark them. You have search tags now, use a search tag, keep everything all together, and that way when it comes down to the end of the event, you know which ones to go through. And if you guys are curious on how to actually check PvP IVs fast during Calm Day, I have a great video that I'm going to link in the top right corner. Now, if you're also struggling with Pokemon storage space, I put together a really solid guide a few weeks ago that I'm going to link in the top right corner as well as in the description below. I highly recommend watching that video. Like, it goes into detail, like super detail, how I organize and keep my storage clean. When it comes down to storage-based recommendations for Calm Day, I like to say 100 minimum at the very least, just because you need at least that much to go through a Calm Day. Ideally, though, you want to have 250 plus. That would just be the best place to be in terms of storage space available. Now, in regards to bag space, I would say most of it should be Pokeballs, just, you know, regular red balls, great balls, and ultra balls, plus some pineapple berries as well if you guys want to get that bonus candy. In terms of bag space, I know everyone's bag space is different, but I would say try to have a combination of like 200 Pokeballs altogether, and then maybe like 50 Pine-Up Berries. That would be really solid. Of course, I mean that at the very minimum. I do recommend having more than that if you guys can. Now, I have a few more tips that I want to go over right now. The next one is going to be to take your snapshots, especially if you're playing at home. You get 5 free Bulbasaur from doing this, so on top of an incense, it's going to make a massive difference if you can't really go out to play. There's also going to be the Picnicker medal, which if you want to work on it, get to a really popular grind spot and drop your lure modules right at 11 a.m. They're going to be going on for 3 hours, and if you do that during a condensed time window, you're going to be able to make a ton of progress on it. You know, once again, just in terms of the meta relevance, Great League spread, Ultra League spread, try to get the lucky version for the Mega Evolution, and you should be pretty much golden from there. But with that being said, everybody, that's pretty much going to wrap things up for this video. If you guys want some more additional tips and tricks, you can check out these videos right here, but before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you all real soon in the next one.